Hi everyone. This has been one of my favorite YouTube channels to follow for years, especially about fountain pens. When I got my first Platinum Preppy back in, it was either 2015, 2016, somewhere in there, I watched a lot of their videos because I didn't know the first thing as to how to clean or how to even install a cartridge. So I learned everything I know about fountain pens from this company. So I thought it was fitting that since I'm finally deciding to get out of my super cheap fountain pens, I've been using Platinum Preppies for the past 3 years. I think I bought about 5 different colors of Platinum Preppies and I used every single one of those completely up. I'm already on refills on those. So I decided to, still they're I guess considered entry level, but doing some Kawecos as well as Twsbis. So my first batch of sample inks I've purchased from Goulet, as well as some pens. So this box I actually combined 2 orders because I forgot to order, I think, the inkwell or something like that I needed. So that was in a separate order. So I just kind of combined them both into here since I hadn't done an unboxing on either one. So what I thought was really cool that I love from them is in each of the orders, they came with a sticker. So I'd say this is probably my favorite one right here. And this is going to be great to put into my journal as I document when I got each of my fountain pens. So in my second order, this is what I ended up putting in there. This is the Twsbi Vac 20 ink bottle. So this one I bought in black. Oh wow. Nice. Oh, so that's really cool. I like that this is black. You know, their logo is usually red, but I like with the black on black that they've actually done a black top. So this is really cool. It gives you the instructions, gives you actual pictures of what it should look like. If I'm filling my Vac 700, which I do have, I picked up an Iris, this is the setting I'll need it on. Whereas if I have a Vac Mini, then that is the setting I will need it on. Now I think both of the minis that I have from Twsbi are piston, so I won't be filling them that way, but I can still use the inkwell itself that way. So I thought this would help me a lot, in particular with the Iris that I just bought that is a vacuum pen. We'll get back to this. This is a whole bunch of miscellaneous parts that I need. These here are the sample inks. And again, I will swatch these out in another video. This is just strictly the unboxing video of this. I will swatch these out as I ink my pens up. And so you will see these in upcoming videos. But I'll just show you what inks are in here. All right. So this is the Diamine Polar Glow. This is Diamine Holly. Diamine Blue Velvet. Diamine Sherwood Green. I believe these are the Diamine sampler pack that I bought. And the Diamine Red Dragon. Diamine Twilight. These are the 2 that I'm most excited about. Diamine Oxblood. Diamine Ancient Copper. My friend told me about this one and how much she loves it, so that is going in my rose gold Twsbi. And then I thought I would try a shimmer. So this one I'm going to be putting into one of my cheaper pens. It'll either go into a Platinum Preppy or it will go into my Pilot Prera that I've had for years. I have a pink Pilot Prera. So I thought I might ink that up. I'm not going to trust putting this yet into one of my other pens that I just bought. I'm going to use it in an older pen that I'm already used to working with and cleaning. So those are all the ink samples I got. Oh, another cute thing they put in both boxes was some candy. I love these. I had to just hide them from my children. So those are for later. All right, let's see what else we have in here. Let's move that. Ooh, I'm making a mess out of my desk, aren't I? Okay, so this was a little bit of a learning curve since I had never bought Kawecos before. This one here, I believe, there's a difference between Kaweco Collection versus just regular Kaweco Sport. And of course, there's also aluminum. These are the plastic ones. So from what I understand, when it says Kaweco Collection, it means it is a limited edition color. So I love the color olive. I have an olive traveler's notebook that I thought I would pair this with. The Traveler's Company pen is like $70, whereas this one was like half that price. So I thought this would match that Traveler's notebook really well. This one actually came with an ink converter, an international ink cartridge, but I'm not going to use this. This is Kaweco Blue. I'm actually going to use one of those Diamine cartridges in this. So I will be doing reviews on these, loading the pens and everything. Every single pen will have its own video with measurements and weights, length, and all of that, as well as accessories. Here I'm just unboxing them, but stay tuned for the more detailed video. Those will be coming up. And then this one is just called Kaweco Sport. So I guess this is a color that they always carry. This one is in the Bordeaux. I saw both of these on Seaweed Kisses videos, and that's what made me finally decide to take the plunge on the Kawecos. They were just so beautiful. Now this one, interesting. I don't think. Okay, so the collection came with a cartridge, whereas this one that's not part of a limited edition collection did not come with a cartridge, which is fine because I bought a converter for it. It also has the gold top. The nib on these, let me see. I bought different nibs. This one is F, so this one is the fine nib. And this one is the medium nib. So these are a European brand. They are from Germany. So their version of fine and medium, from what I understand, is quite a bit thicker than the Japanese brands that I'm used to. So we'll see how these write. But stay tuned. These will have their own videos coming up very soon. The Vac 700R Iris by Twsbi. This one is a limited edition. Make sure that's everything. Yep, that's everything out of that box. So again, this is a vacuum instead of a regular piston. Comes very nicely packaged with a lot of foam. Very nice. Oh, it is pretty. Oh, it's exactly as I had hoped it would be. I love the coloring. The thing with this particular pen is everybody's coloring comes just a little different. Let me see, I think there's tape on the ends. Still have tape on it somewhere. There we go. All right, so make sure you cut the tape on both sides. Very pretty. And then take these clips off. And then the pen comes loose. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. It's exactly as I had hoped. It has a lot of purple right down the middle with almost like gold lettering. It has the blue and green that goes all the way around. I love it. The Twsbi logo at the top. My top in this lighting is very green and teal. And then this part is very purple. Like one side is blue, one side is green. It is exactly as I was hoping it would be. It is beautiful. And then look at that nib. Even the nib has the coloring. Okay, well, when I ink this up, I will show it in better lighting with a lot less stuff around it. It is gorgeous. And then this is the vac. So this will totally unscrew. Unscrew and then pull. There it goes. So pretty. Oh, I can't wait to ink this. It's going to be gorgeous. Has a really nice weight to it as well. So now the accessories that I got. So the first thing I bought was the silicone grease by Goulet. You can get this at any hardware store, but I just wanted to get whatever they had since it's already a tried and true brand of whatever they have. So I just went ahead and got that. These are the Kaweco Sport converters. So I will be showing, you know, the 3 different ways that I can fill this pen. One is with a converter, one is with the ink cartridge, like an international ink cartridge, such as the one that Kaweco gives. And another way is just ink dropper with the silicone grease. So as I fill each of those pens, I'm going to be doing a different method for each pen. So that's why I got these little converters in case I decide that I don't like the ink dropper method and I don't want as big of a mess. I may just switch over and use these. The only thing I don't like about these is that they seem super small. So as much as I write, I'm not sure how long those are going to last me. But then again, I don't know how often I use green ink or red ink that I plan to put in those. So they may last me a while. We'll see. So also for those, since they had the green, I got the little vintage clips, Kaweco clips to go on those. On Goulet's website, every website calls these something different. So Goulet's calls them the deluxe clip in gold. Others call them like vintage or something like that. So those are the ones that I got. All right. Actually, here's one more I forgot to include. So this is another one from Goulet. It is a Twsbi Mini. And this mini that I got is the piston filling fountain pen. I have small hands, so I love all the mini pens. That's why I think I like the Kaweco Sport so much, as well as the Pilot Prera. I've had the Pilot Prera forever now. Probably had my Pilot Prera since either 2015 or 2016. And I just love the size of that one. So with that in mind, the Twsbi Mini has always really stood out to me, but only recently have I really read up on what the difference is. So only recently have I understood what the differences are between many of the Twsbis. So this was actually the very first Twsbi I decided to buy. This one, the reason why I like it is I love the demonstrator pens. Those have always been my favorite ever since I first saw fountain pens. And what I love about this one is this, even though it's plastic, this faceted look on the barrel is just amazing to me. So what's really nice with Twsbis is that the piston is included, built into the body. So I didn't have to buy a separate converter or anything like that. So I'll just twist it down so that it's ready to take ink. And it's just beautiful. So it's labeled Mini. Twsbi has the logo at the top. And yeah, this is just gorgeous. So I'll find the name specifically. I don't remember if this is considered a Twsbi Diamond Mini or exactly what the full name is, but it is gorgeous. So this is actually the very first one that I eyed on Goulet and picked it up. It has like a smoky top right here that kind of hides the nib. This nib I bought in the extra fine. So again, this one will have its own video as well when I ink it, when I load it up, and when I start sample writing with it as well. So I'll make sure to link all of these items below. The Twsbi Mini is an extra fine. This Iris is in a broad nib. I'll be inking up these Kaweco Sports in a follow-up video, and I'll make sure to post the measurements for everything. So if you love fountain pens as much as I do, please give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next one.